Okay, welcome back to another league. Going to be running only the good cards this time. We're going to be running some 4-color control through. This is actually RespectTheCat's list, so, and you can find them. I think they have quite a lot of content about the deck as well, so do definitely go and check them out. Just coming back to try sort of 4-color Omnath stuff, really. Just fancied a bit of that. So I think we're going to keep this hand. It's got a couple of early removal spells. We can ley line binding on turn 2. Just going to go and fetch our, probably going to fetch our Zagoth Triome here. Also got Solitude. Pitch one of these. Pitch the second Teferi here, I think. Okay, so I'm not sure against Misty Rainforest. So it indicates maybe one of these kind of decks. Could also be something like Murktide. Yeah, I'm just going to get Zagoth Triome here, because you've got this Hallowed Fountain. Okay, Steam Vent's a really nice draw. Are we likely to... I think we'll shock in the Hallowed Fountain. I think it's worth a couple of points of life to be able to ley line binding into Teferi. I guess we might want to just bounce whatever they play with Teferi. But, okay, Xander's Lounge, so that's Grixis Colours. If it's red and 6 here, we're definitely binding it. Question is, do we go to Fairy? This could be like the some sort of scape shift deck. I think we're just going to slam here to Fairy. They shock that in, so if they've got something like Spell Pierce, I think it's probably going to be like a... Okay, so I think we're just going to tick up here. Yeah, opponent did shock in, so I felt like it was going to be like a what's it called, Growth Spiral or whatever. So we know it's not. Okay, opponent's got the binding, so we can go to Fairy, bounce the binding, which is probably what we're going to do here. Well, bouncing the binding is not that great. I guess we could binding the binding. Okay, so Swamp Forest Island. So we have leyline binding for 1 mana. So I think what we'll do is just go. I think actually we'll play the fetch land, we'll just add Kahira, and then end of the opponent's turn we can go binding their binding, or try binding their binding, and then untap Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, hold up Solitude. Obviously the opponent could have Teferi as well. Ooh, Shard. Ah, okay. Oh, okay. So I think here what we can do, I think this works. So we can go get a Plains, Swamp Forest Island, Mountain Plains. Yeah, so we can just grab a Plains and then just leyline binding the opponent's binding, and then the opponent won't be able to cast the Crashing Footfalls, which is obviously ideal. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so we're definitely not bouncing the Shard's Agent. We're just, I don't think we're ever minusing this to Teferi. I think we're just plus here. It's just so good. So we could go to Fairy Hero. I think we'd rather just hold up Solitude. We can hold up Solitude as well, though. Actually, I think we just slam here. Tick up. Okay, another Teferi. Okay, so we can just pass the turn, and we can untap 2 lands. Unfortunately, it would have been really nice to draw a counter spell there. Yeah, I should probably have thought about rhinos with this mana base, but... So we'll represent Counterspell here. But feeling okay. Opponent could be a Fury here. I wonder if we're meant to just, if they Fury, we'll probably, okay, so it is Fury. So probably going to deal 5 to Teferi. The question is, do we just evoke Solitude here? We're going to have enough mana to double Teferi next turn. We can just tuck the Fury as well. If we let this go, we can go hard cast Solitude. No, because we need to... We kind of want to Solitude this, I guess. That's the problem. What if we Solitude this, tuck this? Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Let's get rid of the Shardless Agent. And then we'll just tuck the Fury. Okay, Ren and 6 is a really nice draw, so we'll just go... I mean, third from top's not amazing. I think we'll do it though. Let's get rid of it. Teferi plus. Play Ren and 6. Tick up. Buy back a land. Then I think we'll just play the land. Really need to draw like Omnath or something here. Opponent does have 4 cards in hand. We know they've got a Fury third from top. Maybe we should have just drawn a card there. No real way to answer the Fury though. Could be another Fury, which would be pretty rough. Yeah, it is another hardcast Fury. Okay, so they're probably going to kill... They could just kill both our Planeswalkers here. Yeah, that's pretty good. We're in trouble now. Really need to draw. We'll keep. I was gonna say we'll keep this fetch land uncracked for Omnath, but we've got Ren and 6, so we'll keep the Triome in our deck. Okay, so we do have another Teferi. Opponent might have Force by this point. Okay, Iteration, very nice. So let's go. Yeah, we'll do Iteration first. Okay, so we can't actually... that's quite an annoying one actually. I think we need to... we're going to waste one here, I think. So we'll just put big Teferi in hand, bottom, exile. We have to play Teferi because the opponent's hand has probably got loads of Cascaders in. Okay, no Force, which is interesting. If we tick up, it dies. We tucked Fury last turn, so I don't think they've got a Fury coming. If we bounce it, they can just Fury again. But if they Fury they could evoke and then kill it. I think we have to plus. Then block with this. Not in great shape here. These Furies really doing a number on us. Pass the turn. Not the best iteration. We were really looking for, yeah, really looking for Solitude, Omnath. Yeah, without Abundant Growth, cannot cast Prismatic Ending for 5 anymore. Oh, we can actually. 1, 2. Oh, well, that was the play. I forgot we're running 5 colours for binding. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, I completely forgot we were running 5 colours for binding. Opponent draws Fury, I think. Yeah, so we could have just binding the Fury last turn. Yikes. That's a big yikes. Okay. Opponent has got land. Do they have... Yeah, that was a big mistake. Now they're gonna cascade us. And we probably lose. Yeah, just I just completely forgot that we had Zagoth Triome on the field. Drawing Omnath would be good. No, so finish off this, tuck this, take 10. 1, 2, 3. So we can 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have got 8 mana, so we can go kill this. But I think the opponent's got another Fury in hand. Although we might have to fetch Shock, because I don't think we've got another basic here. So yeah, do that. Then we can fetch basic. Bounce this. Block this. Okay, so we're not technically dead. Oh, yeah, the opponent's got another Fury in hand. Okay, that was my bad. So we should have gone Prismatic Ending the Fury. The opponent then struggles to kill. But anyway, it's okay. We'll let's try and come back. So Fluster Storms in, Chalice of the Voids in, Engineered Explosives in, potentially Veil of Summer, but possibly not. Unholy Heat can come out. Dress down into Fury is not too bad. But is it good enough? Prismatic Ending, we did see Teferi, but yeah, I think we'd rather Unholy Heat. Let's maybe leave in 1 copy of Unholy Heat. They're probably bringing in Force and Mystic. Oh, they're bringing in Mystical Dispute as well. So what would we bring Veil in for? Is Teferi too slow? Is Unholy Heat not good? Let's get rid of a Heat and a Teferi for 2 Veil of Summers and try that. Okay, so we see a really good hand here. We're going to keep. We can go turn 1 Chalice on 0, and we will do it turn 1 because gives the opponent less chance to draw Force of Negation. Looks like they're considering forcing there. Then we can just go Ren 6. Don't think we have to worry too much about Blood Moon here, but maybe we should. Maybe we'll just go and get Ralgren Triome. Opponent might have Foundation Breaker, Force of Vigor. Gonna get Ralgren Triome here. Then I think we will just grab a Forest potentially. Grab a Forest, play Ren 6. Ren 6. See if the opponent has anything to say about that. They could force here, but I doubt they will. If they didn't force the chalice. Okay, I stand corrected. They do indeed force. So either they drew that for turn or they weren't as concerned about the chalice, so they probably have some sort of answer to this. Could be, yeah, Force of Vigor. Could be, we might be about to get Foundation Breakered. Could also be Brazen Borrower, but I don't think they're on that plan as much these days. Go another Renin 6. Don't think there's anything that can counter this. Tick up, get Windswept Teeth. Sadly, we've drawn all lands into our Renin 6 opener. Don't want to see a shock here. Okay. So they can't cascade, which is something. Do we play around Blood Moon? I think it's pretty low cost to play around Blood Moon here. Get a plains, get an island. I suppose the opponent could have Boseiju. Flusterstorm, a nice draw there. So let's play this. Do we add Kahira? No, I think just hold up Binding Flusterstorm. I suppose the opponent could have Teferi. We know that they play Teferi. Could also have oh yeah, of course it could be Binding, but then we can Binding their Binding again. Do the same trick we did game 1. Okay, Misty Rainforest, pass. So I think here, let's go and grab. Actually, I think we'll just grab a shock land. So you want white and blue, really. So yeah, just grab the Hallowed Fountain. You can always grab a basic island next turn. Well, Counterspell's a nice draw. Play this. Tick up. Maybe we're just on the Protect the Renin 6 plan now. Got a good hand. We'll probably look to counterspell a Leyline Binding here. Okay, opponent's turn. Didn't do anything end of turn. Could be a Fury, which we will counterspell probably. How much do we care? We just Solitude it and start beating down. Yeah, I think that's fine. Like they deal our Renin 6 4 damage, but then yeah, just fetch a basic island, cast Solitude. And then, yeah, Solitude the Fury, and then we can just start attacking for 3, gaining some life. We've still got all of our removal as well. Maybe we're meant to fetch Zagoth at some point. Okay, Teferi is really nice, so let's go... we'll attack first. We've even got the Flusterstorm to protect the Teferi here. Tick up. Okay, play a land, and then we'll just go to Teferi. Just constantly plus. We can counter spell if the opponent goes. If the opponent goes Fury again, it's quite possible that we want to counter spell. A couple of good hate pieces here. Opponent needs quite specific stuff, yeah, and they decide to call it a day. Okay, so we didn't see too much much that made us want to change anything, I don't think. Yeah, just run that back. Okay, pretty similar hand. We can just about keep this. Opponent's mulligan to 6 and to 5. You know, we can just, turn 1 we'll just go Chalice, Ralgrim Drive, Chalice, go. And then hopefully at some point we'll get up to Teferi. But basic forest, suspend the footfalls. Okay, so opponent got 3 cards in hand. Yeah, that's a really good draw. Okay, so Chalice on 0. Play Ralgrim Triome, pass. Next turn we'll, again, are we fetching basic island? Probably not here. Well, maybe actually. Don't know, we'll see what the opponent does. Okay, we're probably fetching basic island. It's just not worth being cheesed out by Blood Moon. Yeah, the opponent is running the Leyline Binding version, but it's not beyond the realms of possibility. They could play Blood Moon. Although actually, if they don't do anything here, we'll probably just go and get the Triome. Are they going to shock in? No. That's a Scion of Draco. Okay. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go and grab the other Triome. And then we can go to Fairy. We'll fetch a basic island, to Fairy, bounce Scion, hope for the best. That's pretty good. Okay. We do have turn 3 to Fairy. So yeah, grab island here to Fairy. If the opponent has force, then it is the last 2 cards in their hand. Well, it is force. They had force into force, but that's okay. You know, we've got powerful stuff in hand. Got the Chalice as well. We're going to slam another Teferi here, which I think then we try and bounce again. Okay, Renin 6 is quite interesting. I think it's just Teferi again though, unless they've drawn. What could they have drawn? I guess they could have drawn a Cascader. Could be Mystical Dispute. Could be Force. Oh, it is Mystical Dispute. That's really rough. So maybe we should have played around that there, but it does clear the way for Omnath next turn. Oh, actually, yeah, no, that was a bit poor. We should have gone Renin 6, tick up, because then we'd have a fetch land for Omnath next turn. Okay, opponent doesn't get a choice as to whether they want to cast that or not. So, are we just going Omnath here? I think so. Let's hope they haven't drawn another Mystical Dispute. Forest, mountain. Okay, that resolves. Okay, just gain 4 life with Omnath and pass the turn. Okay, opponent just cycles a Triome, which is fine. See what. Okay, they've got a binding. Okay, so they're going for the full Scion plan. They don't binding the Chalice, just binding the Omnath. They have 1 card. Okay, so we can just hopefully we find a land. Fetch land would be good. Yeah, okay. That's really strong. Green, red, Omnath. Draws a card. Another Omnath. So I think we're gonna do we want to use one of these iterations here? Shot this in, we'd have 6 mana, play Renin 6, play iteration. I think so. Just deep multiple red. So all iteration first. Okay, so we'll go play lands, we'll go hand, bottom, exile, play to fairy. Oh, that was a bit wrong, we've got mana left now. And the opponent's conceded from the game. Yeah, it's hard to see how they come back from that. We minus on the Scion and then just splits them. So a slight misplay in round 1, match 1, but yeah, happy to get the win. See you for the next round. Okay, this is a keep here. I think fortunately one of these isn't a fetch land, but we can still play Renin 6 on 2. We've got Renin 6 Boseiju as well, which can be good. Opponent's mulled to 5. We could also iteration on 3. Okay, Zagoth Triome, pass the turn. So fetch land is the ideal draw here. A Boro, it's a mill? Possibly. I mean, we're going to play this. I mean, not fetching against mill can be really good anyway. I wonder if they go crab. I wonder if they go crab land. I wonder if I meant solitude. Okay. Are we meant to do that here? Solitude, pitch Omnath. Yeah, I think so. Well, don't know, maybe that's our way of winning the game, but I think just getting the crab gone is good. Ah, okay. So opponent's surgicals are solitude there. Surprised I don't surgical the Omnath. Oh no, of course we pitched the Omnath. Okay. Okay, crab. So we can actually we can't go and get. Okay, so let's go. We want to fetch at the last possible point, really. So, island this. Ah, okay, so we don't actually have to fetch here. So we'll go forest, island, mountain. So we're going to get plain. So actually, we'll just go hand, bottom, exile. Yep. Ending this. It's got 2 cards in hand. We'll tick up and just return breeding pool. Yeah, really trying not to fetch here. Unless the opponent has archive trap. Opponent's conceded from the game. That seems very early. You know, we were not pressuring them at all. They, you know, at some point we're going to get and play Kahira, I guess, but. Yeah, really Really not sure why you can see that early there. Okay, so Flusterstorm seems good. Veil of Summer, Endurance seems amazing. I think we keep the heat. Stress Down isn't great. Can consider going up as well, up in card count. Binding's fine, Renaissance is great, all this stuff's great. Okay, so maybe we just bring in, we've gone up 10%, so in theory it should go up 10% in land, so just put in another couple of Besejus. It's nice having those on the sideboard to act as lands as well, because I mean this is mill, but yeah, we'll submit 67. Don't want to go nuts here and bring in things that don't matter, but I think yeah, having slightly bigger library is fine. We'll keep this. It's not the best hand, but it does have an endurance in it. Okay, so we really want, looks like this is going to be a crab. Okay, so we really want to find a land off the top. Temple Garden's the best one, or a fetch land. Okay, Beseju, I'm just going to play the forest. Does mean we can't, we shouldn't actually auto yield, because they may if they mill an endurance, they'll surgically extract it. There's only 12 cards in there. Are we meant to endurance? I think we will. So you want to put the evoke trigger on first. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, I've done this so many times. I wanted to do that the other way round, because now the opponent can surgical our endurance. That's not great. Yeah, that's yes, I did that just the wrong way round there. Fractured Sanity, mill some cards. Temple Garden would have been quite a nice, yeah, very nice draw actually. Okay, let's see what we get. Iteration. Let's add Kahira, I guess. Not looking the best here. Both of our endurances are gone. I think we only had 2 to bring in. No land for the opponent, but they may have drowned in the lock or something now. There's another crab. Okay. Dunno, maybe bringing the extra cards wasn't great, but it seems okay. Maybe the hand just wasn't a keep. Maybe we should have mulliganed. Okay, opponent cycling Visions of Beyond. They are short on lands here. It does beg the question what they have in hand. Oh, another ending. So we'll just chuck. What are we chucking here? Endings are probably fine. It's probably just Kahira. Oh, we could have cast Kahira. Oh, I don't know, I must be tired or something. Let's chuck the Omnath. Like, we're so far away from casting that. Okay, there's a land. Yeah, we could have cast the Kahira there. Actually, could have cast it the last couple of turns, but okay, well, Visions of Beyond, draw 3. Okay. 30 cards left. If we can draw, don't know if we can draw like land, a white land. Well, maybe we want to bring in engineered explosives. I think we're going to concede here. Not too keen on just showing the opponent all the rest of our deck. So what do we think about engineered explosives? Probably a fine one. What would we cut for it? Maybe it's a fairy. Yeah, let's try something like that. Okay, this hand's, it's a bit awkward. I think it's okay. We're gonna fetch I think turn 1, as in we'll just fetch right away, just give the opponent as few opportunities to draw what's it called, archive trap as possible. So let's go and get the triome here. Okay, no archive trap, which is good. No crab either. Okay, solitude is reasonable. Again, just gonna fetch as quickly as possible. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the other triome. Don't really want to keep it in the deck. And this lets us swamp, forest, island, mountain. Yeah, so this lets us cast 1 mana binding as well. Probably going to iteration here. Island, mountain. Wouldn't be surprised to see this get drowned in the locked. Maybe the opponent's happy for us to just mill, essentially draw, get rid of 2 cards. Okay, so we'll go. What do we want? It's probably hand, bottom, exile, play this. Again, just going to fetch right away. We'll go and get Sacred Foundry untapped here. This way, you know, we're not afraid for our life total in this matchup. Just, yeah, really wanting to get the Field of Ruining, the triome, that's fine. Yeah, really just wanting to hit all of our colours. Oh, they get rid of that one, so we have to go and get forest here. Still no archive trap though. They haven't actually milled us at all, I don't think. Okay, well, we'll play the Teferi. While the opponent's tapped out of Drown Lock. I think we'll just plus. Yeah, just plus. And then again, we'll go land. We'll fetch, because they can't do anything at the moment. Let's go. Binding now costs 2, and we can't make it cost any less, so we'll just shock in a Stomping Ground in case the opponent plays the crab. Opponent does have 8 cards in hand. Until Tasha's. Okay, sure. How many cards do they get? They get 8. Not the worst. I wonder if I went to just flash in Solitude here. Ooh, counterspell. So we'll go plus again. Play the Otawara. And then I think we're just going to go flash in Solitude. We've got so many answers to crabs. Although this, we can't hold up Counterspell and Flash in Solitude. Maybe we were just meant to get a Kahira there. Okay, Fractured Sanity. Still, yeah, 37 cards. I think it's very important here that we just get get a threat going. So I'll just flash this in. Okay. And then at some point we can start giving it +1 vigilance. Okay, we like that. We're gonna bounce nothing now because we quite want to draw a land, which we do. Fetch now. Want more blue really? Did we just get an island? Because we actually have double Counterspell up, which is a bit awkward. Add Kahira, leaving up. We don't need green, so double blue and that is probably fine. Okay, oh yeah, we could have just shocked there. Could have been gaining some life with this as well. Next turn we'll play Kahira. Then we start attacking for 4. Surgically extract the Counterspell. Well, we'll Counterspell that because we kind of have to. Oh, should have floated blue there. That was really. We couldn't have actually got blue though. Should have floated anyway though. Archive trap. Yeah. Hopefully it's not many archive traps. Visions. That's pretty scary. Okay. I don't have many cards left. There's no endurances in there though. So if we can just rip endurance. Don't think we're meant to minus for it. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so just plus. Now we're just not doing anything. With Teferi and endurance out, we're fine. I guess they could have like a extirpate, but there's no endurance in there. I think in response to them doing anything, we quite possibly. Okay. Let's heat this. Oh no, not with that. Not with that. So it's letting. There's so many cards in it. Yeah. Okay, I think we're going to be greedy here. Oh, they couldn't do it in response to that one anyway. So I think I'm just going to go for it now. I just don't think it's worth getting blown out by extirpate. Because if they mill, this endurance puts us so far ahead. Yeah. Okay, well we play around it fine there. You know, if they'd have milled extirpate, if they'd have milled endurance there and extirpated the endurance, we'd have been so messed up. But we get there, managed to play around it. See you for the next round. Okay, we're on the play again. I think we can possibly keep this. As long as you get a red land, we can iteration on 3 for our 3rd land. It's a bit of a risk, but we'll go with it, I think. Pretty weak to Thoughtseize style effects. Opponent's mulliganing down to 5. Okay, so just play Misty and pass. Steam Vents. Okay, Ragavan. So just go and get Ralgrim Triumph here. That's a good target for our prismatic ending here. Okay, that's also a good. That is a good draw actually. Ending there. This pass. Depends what the opponent does now. If they hold up, if they just go shock land, oh, it's breach. Okay. So, are we meant to binding that? I don't think so here. I don't think. Let's go iteration. Hand. Bottom. Exile. Play that. Pass the turn, and then we'll go and get the Zagoth Triome so we can then have 2 1-mana bindings available. Iteration's such a good card, it's crazy. I think the opponent plays it as well, probably. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. I guess we shouldn't auto yield really, just in case the opponent has like Emery. Opponent's only got 3 cards in hand. I don't know how many counterspell type effects they run. Do we play Teferi here is a question. Do we just say go with double binding up? Could also play Omnath. I think I'd rather. Yeah, I don't think we really want to play Omnath. Dress down. It's quite an interesting one actually. We can just cycle at end of turn, but I think we're just going to slam Teferi here. We've got the binding up as well. Okay, Teferi resolves, so I think we're just going to return Grinding Station. Just try and cut them off mana maybe. Maybe they just play it next turn, don't know, maybe we should have plussed. Okay, they mill themselves. Oh, it's Jeskai. They're playing Jeskai Ascendancy. Okay. So they must be playing some number of. Don't know. I guess we've got so much removal that creatures aren't as much of a problem. Okay, opponent Unholy Heats. I think we're okay making that trade. Where am I finding a land now? Another counterspell. So are we just playing Omnath and hoping? No, I don't think we can do that. I think that's very greedy. I mean, if we do that, we can't. We'd have to find exactly either a fetch land able to get white or a white land in order to hold up binding. This way we can hold up counterspell and dress down and binding. Okay, dress down looking good against Urza's Saga. Okay, really would quite like to see a land. Okay, that's good. Play the land. And then I think if the opponent doesn't do anything, we'll probably just Solitude. Maybe we're meant to add Kahira there. So quite like holding up effects. I think we're going to cast Solitude. Start gaining some life. Start beating down a little bit. The opponent can't block at the moment. Stomping Ground, we like that one. Do we need to shock it in? We've got 2, 4, potentially 6 mana's worth of stuff. We might as well shock it in. Might enable us to play around Spell Pierce or something. So opponent will make the token. Main deck Dress Down. Also works well with Unholy Heat. Okay, so they make the token, assuming the fetch. No fetching. Okay. Okay, so we're not going to do it in response to the fetch or in response to the search, because we don't want to give them information for what to get before we dress down. Okay, they get Mox Amber, and they might also play Emery here. I think we just let them attack. No attacks. Okay, so that's easy enough. We just go 1, 2. Oh, it does stop our thing getting lifelink, but I don't think we care about that too much. I think now's the time we're going. Oh, it stops us playing Omnath as well, which is a bit rubbish, but. Okay, shock this in. We'll just add Kahira, and then we can hold up counterspell double binding. So Kahira with this, and this. Yeah, counterspell double binding seems good. Obviously looking to counter, well, we might not counter a breach here. Ragavan's fine. Emery, I mean, it's, again, I think with this double binding, that's probably fine. Okay, so let's go binding. I think we'll get the Emery first, and then binding again. Get the Ragavan gone. Now we're probably playing Omnath. Yeah. So blue, red, white, green. Omnath. Unholy Heat on the Omnath. Yeah, we let that go. Okay, draw another Solitude, which is nice. Okay. Put the opponent to 6. Maybe we're meant to play Kahira there to put them dead next turn. That's probably fine. Underworld Breach we will counter, or try to. Okay, well, we won't crack the fetch because the opponent's actually, if they haven't got anything to stop this Omnath, well, they're dead to a fetch land, so we'll do that first, because if they do have something to remove the Omnath, we're going to want to go Solitude, we're going to want to go Kahira. So blue, this, red, green. Have we got another heat maybe? No. Okay, so fetch. Grab our planes. I think we should probably do this in order. Fetch with this one as well. Some garden. All the manners. Okay, iteration. I mean, does it? I don't think it matters here. We'll take the. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We'll take the Ren and 6. No, take the Unholy Heat. Oh, hand. Bottom. Exile. Play Kahira. Surely if they had the heat, they would have used it on the Omnath. Okay. Don't know, just, you know, the opponent not conceding gave me a bit, maybe a bit unsure, but okay, so things we want. Unholy Heat's fine. Probably want the Force of Vigor. Probably want these cards. Ending's great, Binding's great, Solitude is okay, Counterspell's great, Dress Down's great. So actually a lot of our cards seem great. I think Teferi's probably a bit slow, so you could probably cut a couple of those, at least one. What else? Maybe, okay, cut 2 of those. And then, do we want Veil of Summers? They are playing Teferi. Definitely, okay, let's just bring in these 3 and find one more cut. It's not Teferi, it's not Ren and 6. Could it be Expressive Iteration? Unholy Heat kills everything. Counterspell's just really good. I wonder if it's Omnath. No, let's cut 1 Solitude. Let's go with that. Okay, I think that's fine. Maybe Ending's not the best here. Maybe we're meant to cut an Ending. Sorcery speed. Yeah, this sounds great. I mean, obviously it's ideal if we can play Ren and 6. Opponent's mulled to 5 again. Mishra's Bauble looking at themselves, so see what they play. Steam Vents. Okay, so they like what they see on the top. So that probably implies they have a fetch land in hand. Yeah, probably implies they have a fetch land in hand because, yeah, because yeah, there we go. I mean, it's not not for sure, but yeah, they wanted to do the bauble trick. Okay, Ragavans are actually really good for us here. We get to go. So we'll go and get white. We're going to get Sacred Foundry and then Breeding Pool. Kill the Ragavan. And then we just slam Ren and 6. We could hold up Counterspell here. No, we need the next land. How afraid are we that the opponent's brought in Blood Moon? We need double blue though. I think, yeah, Breeding Pool is fine here. Because at some point in the near future we're going to want double blue for Counterspell. Opponent's got 4 cards left. We've got Solitude. Springleaf Drum's fine. Okay, if the opponent's just not doing anything else, we like that. Okay, so take up get this back. I'll be iterationing here. We could go to Fairy. I think though we're just going to play our lands and say go. Don't think there's any reason to rush here. Now that we've drawn the Zagoth Triome, we've got something to do end of turn. Start rebuying that with Wrenn and 6s. Not too bad either. Grinding Station. What do we think about that one? Are we going to counter that? I think Grinding Station itself is fine. Yeah, I think that's all right. We haven't seen a Ledger Shredder yet. Are we? Yeah. Question is, are we fetch shock? If we go fetch shock, cycle, or if we just we could just fetch a Triome here. I think I want to get rid of the Zagoth Triome. Could just go and get. Don't think it matters too much. Don't know. I don't think the opponent will be on something like Blood Moon. Maybe we do just go and get Plains. Let's just go and get Plains. Just be safe, I guess. Cycle. Ending's real nice. Endurance not bad either. I think it's just this ending here. Just get it gone. I mean, it is one of their combo pieces. Oh, I suppose they can sack itself. Oh, they've got the third path Iconoclast as well. Okay, tick up. Did we get the Triome back? I think so here. I think that's okay. We've got removal up, we've got a counterspell up. All good things. Opponent got 2 cards in hand. We have 7 and a Wrenn and 6 out. Next turn we can play to Fairy with counter magic up. No, we can't actually, because you can't fetch another blue source with this. But we couldn't have done that even if we hadn't have fetched Plains. Well, I guess if we had just fetched Ralgrim Triome, but okay, opponent just passing by the look of it, haven't made a land drop. Okay, so now we just go and get the Triome. Oh yeah, of course, yeah, so we can get the Triome and then we can go untap, play to Fairy, hold up counterspell, hold up endurance now. So go land. Wrenn and 6 is also on 7. So go to Fairy. Okay, Mystical Dispute's fine. Maybe the opponent's just got Mystical Disputes in hand. Could be. But we're very close to ultimating this Wrenn and 6. Opponent needs to do something about that here. Find a land. Well, we have to counter that. So the opponent must have another Mystical Dispute here. to spell. Okay, they just don't. So we just ultimate. Yeah, opponent concedes. Well, we're doing pretty well. What have we beaten? Mill, Breach, and I can't remember what game one was. But yeah, but yeah, seems really good. Let's get into round number 4. Right, on the draw here, pretty good hand. I think, you know, it's got a lot of removal, especially against a creature deck. Okay, Mishra's Bauble targeting themselves, so didn't like what's on top. Could be... Okay, they do like what's on top. So we're not sure what this is yet. But Marsh Flat's interesting. So we're going to want to lead on these 2 fetch lands. Because... I just remember what else we beat. It was Rhinos, wasn't it? 4-colour Rhinos. Okay, so Blood Crypt, Mardu colours. Selfie-Sec was always known for playing Mardu. Could be Scam, but Scam don't usually play Bauble. Stitcher's Supplier. Okay. Some sort of Unearth. Okay, so we're just going to get a Triome here. Don't see many Stitcher's Suppliers anymore. I wonder if this might be one where we need to worry about Blood Moon. Oh, didn't mean to get that Triome. Definitely didn't mean to get that Triome. Okay, so we'll play the Windswept Heath now, because if the opponent goes Blood Moon, we can fetch a Plains, potentially binding it later. Okay, we'll take the 1. Okay, so they've got persist. Okay, that's quite cool here, because they get the Season Pyromancer trigger. I wonder if they... Oh, okay. Discarding 2 Archon of Cruelties. Dragon's Rage Channel. There's a lot of stuff going on. We've got... Oh, we could have gone binding there. So let's go Iteration first. Bit rough. I think we can cast that without. So let's go hand, bottom, exile, cast this, get rid of a Teferi. We'll get rid of the Dragon's Rage Channeler here. Play a land. Can this go? Yeah, this can go and fetch white. So, do you want to save that for Omnath though? No, yeah, we'll save that in case we draw an Omnath. So we got binding. Taking 4 a turn, but spread across this many bodies is hard for us to deal with. Looks to be certainly more all in on the graveyard with this one. Village Rites is interesting. Another Archon into the graveyard. Opponent gets to draw 2. So I guess they're looking for another persist. Okay, Bitter Reunion. I wonder if I meant to binding here. Goblin Dark Dwellers as well. This is, yeah, quite a deck. Okay, Unholy Heat's quite nice. Let's go Forest. No, because we're gonna. If we draw exactly Omnath next turn, yeah, I'll go Forest. Then are we adding Kahira, or are we holding up 2 removal spells? We've only got 3 card types in the graveyard. I think we'll add Kahira. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3 Archons in the graveyard. So if the opponent can find a Persist, another Pyromancer. Discarding Pyromancer and Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. Okay. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay. They can't give everything haste, fortunately. So are we gonna use a removal spell here? I think so. To remove one of these tokens. Take 3. It's a sweet deck. Okay, Wrenn 6. I think we'd rather just cast the Solitude here. We're under a lot of pressure. They've deck's definitely got the ability to go wide as well as. Okay, persist on Goblin Dark Dwellers. I wonder if we're meant to binding the Bitter Reunion. So they're going to persist the Archon. So if we go binding Bitter Reunion, because given this haste is just so bad. Binding Bitter Reunion, Solitude the Archon. No, Solitude this, take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we have to binding the Bitter Reunion. Otherwise they just give everything haste. Okay, so persist comes in. This is cool, yeah. There's an arc. Oh, but we lose some life, right? So we get a 6, take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can go Solitude, Solitude. And then, yeah, we're just dead. Okay. Well, that's really something. Definitely reaching for our endurances here. And Veil of Summer. All of those things. Dress Down's good. Counterspell's probably fine. I've not been too impressed with Teferi this league. Get rid of that. Got some more cuts to make. Wrenn 6 good. I guess ending actually. We can cut the endings. Sorcery speed. What about engineered explosives? Getting rid of all the tokens from Pyromancer? No, probably not. What about Flusterstorm for the persists? Or getting rid of an Unholy Heat? Let's get rid of 2 Unholy Heat for 2 Flusterstorm, I think. I think we'd rather stop the Archon hitting the battlefield rather than trying to kill it. Is all in on the graveyard, so hopefully Endurance able to do good work here. Yeah, it's a weird one. I think it's fine. Opponent might be reaching for the Blood Moons, I guess. So we'll lead off on the Triome. Yeah, lead off on the Triome here. Maybe we should lead off on Misty. Might make them think twice about Thought Seizing or Inquisitioning us. Okay, Darcy. So show us a Renin 6 off the top. Opponent leaves it on top. Come on, Renin 6. No. Okay, so with all these lands in hand, I think we're just going to go Misty Pass. Sorry, Philistran Pass. Because then we can start maybe cycling this. I wonder if I meant to Solitude that. I don't think so. We probably should have kept in those Unholy Heats actually. Okay, so I think I am going to go and fetch an island here. It would be really irritating to get cheesed out by Blood Moon. Ooh, Renin 6. Ah, that's irritating. So what if they go instant, flip over something? What instance are they likely to have? What if they go Blood Moon next turn? What if they go something into Archon's Persist? I think we're going to play around this. I think I'm just going to go Misty Pass. Yeah, I think the risk of getting blown out is so high if we go Renin 6 there. Okay, attacking us for 1. Which we don't mind. So probably just going to go and get... Okay, so they are fetching now. I suppose, yeah, we can counterspell a Blood Moon here, which we will do. Okay, we'll let them surveil. If they don't surveil a card type into the graveyard... Okay, so we'll go and grab a forest. Ooh, yeah, that's fine. So it'd be nice to get back the Flooded Strand. Oh, that's fine. We're insulated against Blood Moon now anyway. So this, yeah, Renin 6. 3 card types. Shoot this. Okay, so yeah, next turn we'll get back the Flooded Strand. Can't actually play Omnath next turn. I mean, we can, but probably won't. See what they do. Bloodstained Mire. Another Swamp. We can deal with the Blood Moon here. So we'll just go this. Okay, and then now we just go and get tick up, get our Flooded Strand, and then we've got every colour. Actually, I think we can't actually cast Solitude here. So let's go and grab Plains, play Omnath. Okay, we draw a counterspell. That's quite nice. Maybe we're meant to just get Kahira there, but I think this is fine. Opponent's got 5 cards in hand. Well, I guess there wasn't really much we could have done there. Different. This is quite weak to some sort of way of getting an Archon in. Brotherhood's End. Okay, so that kills Renin 6, but can't kill the Omnath. Veil of Summer's nice. So I guess we just go attack, and then we're just holding up Counterspell. So we can hold up, we can add Kahira and hold up Counterspell and Veil of Summer. Okay. Oh, do we counter this? I feel like we do, because it also lets them put Archon into the graveyard like it's a mill spell, right? Okay, well they find the persist anyway, but at least it means they've got rid of the persist. They do get rid of Archon. Okay. Wouldn't mind finding Endurance. Right, there's a probably should have played Kahira there, but no, I guess we can hold up Solitude. Okay, opponent blocks with Spyro. Play the land. Hold up Solitude. They can make tokens next turn. Thoughtseize. Okay, well, Veil of Summer, good here. Are we going to cast Solitude? Cast Solitude. We've got 7, 8, 9 power. I think that's fine. Oh, I suppose they can make their Pyromancer tokens. Don't know, maybe this is bad, but we get to gain some life. Okay, Otawara is actually quite nice. I think we're just going to start gaining life. I don't think we care about making the mana here. Or do we? Actually, no, I think we'll make the mana because we want to have enough to Otawara in Solitude if we need to. So let's go Temple Garden. No, we don't. Maybe we do need the mana. Kahira. We can always blink Omnath as well. So now if we go bounce, yeah, that's fine. We're going to gain a whole bunch of life with this as well. Okay, they make a load of tokens. If they triple block the Solitude, we'll obviously cast Unholy Heat. Kill that. Okay, actually, yeah, this doesn't quite work now. Because we can't bounce and play Solitude in one turn because we had Unholy Heated, but I think that's fine. Just a Blackcleave Cliffs. Nothing in hand for the opponent. So I'm assuming we just win the game now. Oh, they get a draw. Okay, well that was pretty good. Didn't see our endurances there. So, is there anything we'd want to change? We did see 2 blood moons, so it might be worth bringing in extra copies of Beseju. How good is Leyline Binding going to be? The only thing we'd want to binding is you can't binding a blood moon very easily. So maybe we just bring in more Besejus. Let's go 2 Besejus. Maybe keep in a heat. They might be running Ragavan. Heat is probably better than binding here. Let's do that. See how that goes. Prioritize fetching basic forest. We have seen they're running Thoughtseize. Kahira. Yeah, that sounds good. We can go turn 2 Brennan 6, turn 3 Teferi potentially. Obviously depending on what the opponent has. If they Thoughtseize, they probably take Ren here. Okay. Oh, okay, so now we're just going land. Oh, surveilling that into the graveyards, worrying. Oh, they've got another one. Oh, please don't hit Delirium. Oh, cracky. Okay, so they hit Delirium, which is pretty good. Okay, we draw a counterspell, play the Steam Vents. I wonder if I meant Solitude right away. Oh, if they have Persist, how bad is that for us? So if they have Persist, we go Solitude the Archon. Oh, they have Thoughtseize. Okay, so they probably take our Renan 6. Yeah. Okay. Iteration, not bad draw. So what do we lead on now? I think it's just this, go and get basic. Yeah, because we might want to get basic island. I think we're countering that. This might be wrong. I think I would have countered that. Use our mana. Stop some drawing cards. Puts a card type in the graveyard. Now we actually we could actually go to Fairy here. Pitch a basic planes. If they go Archon, I think it's okay. Bounce this. Draw Beseju, which isn't bad. If they Blood Moon us here, we've at least got some play to that. Okay, there's the Darcy. Hopefully they haven't got Persist. Blood Moon is a problem as well, slightly. Okay, Bitter Reunion. So, so they might sacrifice it to give it haste. Discard. Brotherhood's End. Okay, so they're giving it haste. How much do we care about the Teferi? Probably not enough to think about solituding. Yeah, I think we do actually. Also, this gives us Delirium for the Unholy Heat. We need to get rid of that at some point. Okay, Floated Strand's quite good. Let's go this. Oh, that's not great. So we'll go. I can fetch basic at least. So we'll go hand, bottom, exile, play that, tick up, pass the turn. Really after endurance here. I would feel a lot better if we had endurance. Okay, well, I'm going to grab a forest. We'll let that be. I mean, we can besiege you it at any time. Okay. We can besiege you that at any time. Okay, Otawara. So I guess we just shock. Well, we put this in without taking any damage, and then go. Do we get Kahira or do we bounce something? Do we hold that up to bounce something? I think we'll get Kahira here. So 1, 2. Add Kahira. Because at the moment this is shutting them off, potentially double black cards, or maybe we'll just play Kahira here. Although we can't play Kahira and hold up Beseiju. Okay, Veil of Summer's quite nice. So while that's going on, we might just Otawara this here. Well, I can't get any more basics. We're not too keen on ever letting go of this Veil of Summer. But yeah, like now that we've got Veil of Summer, we're really not that incentivized to get rid of the Blood Moon, because Thoughtseize, or like, yeah, Thoughtseize take that and then persist or something. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing it unlocks is, you know, if we draw Endurance. But we can actually, if we draw Endurance, we could go Beseiju the Blood Moon, fetch Shock, yeah, fetch Shock, play Endurance. Persisting the Pyromancer. That's interesting. Not sure why they'd persist that one. They discard Inquisition and another Archon. But that's what I mean, that now they can't cast another one. Kill this. So we'd like to draw Omnath, really. Iteration's also very good, so we'll cast that first. Okay. I can't. So I'll take Omnath to hand, bottom this, exile this. We're just not casting that, right? Are we playing a land? We haven't actually played a land yet this turn. Could just play Otawara. Yeah, let's play the Otawara. This might be the turn that we Beseiju the Blood Moon. I'm very surprised the opponent didn't go for Archon there. But they know about the Veil of Summer, but you know, it's got to go at some point. Yeah, so we'll Beseiju here at the end step. Let's have Thoughtseize, of course. Fury? Ooh, Goblin Dark Dwellers. Okay, that's pretty good. So they're going to go Persist. This is, yeah, we are in trouble here. That's really annoying. Fail. Yikes. Yeah, that probably wins them the game. Unless we draw. So let's go Beseiju this green one. Yeah, I think we lose actually now. I think we were doing okay, and then listen to this really hurts. This. So I think this needs to hit exactly. Land is certainly not good enough. So we go. I think we can live for another turn. Land 12. This attack deals us 8 damage. We block here. We'd have to block here though if we want to play. Oh no, we can fetch in their turn as well. Okay, so we can potentially survive, but it's not good. Play this. Oh, that's a real shame. This deck's really... The opponent's deck feels really good here. Archon matchups have tended to be pretty bad for Omnath. Okay, so we're just going to fetch right away. Gain some life. To 14. Opponent can go attack with everything, or just them two. I wonder if we can just take this, sacrifice this, discard this. 11, we take 9, but oh, come on. I mean, yeah, sure, that's pretty good. Why would they? I guess they must have just drawn the Unholy Heat off the Archon, otherwise they could just attack with those for lethal. I guess we just dress down. Is there any point in dress down now? Probably not. I can't think of anything that we can find. If we go dress down into, we'll play land. Okay, just pass. Dress down into solitude. Actually, that doesn't work, right? Oh, we needed to dress down right away. Have they got more Yahtzees and Pyromancer tokens? Not sure what the opponent's doing here. Oh, Cling to Dust, sure. Yeah, I needed to dress down right away so that we could have, because otherwise we can't dress down and then cast Solitude to block because it won't gain lifelink. Dress down. Yeah, this was bad. Should have done this at sorcery speed. Okay, sure. Oh, that's a rough way to end our unbeaten streak today, but the deck seemed really good. We just needed to find our endurances. Don't know, maybe I'd I don't know. I need to think about the list. I think I might want more endurances and might want more. Don't know, Teferi hasn't really. I guess I've sided it out quite a lot, but don't know. Maybe Jace is better. I guess Teferi gets out of bolt range, but yeah. I mean, respect the cat. Respect the cat, I suppose. 12 trophies in the league. I think a lot of them have been with this deck. So, okay, so let's get into the next round. See what we're up against. It was a close game, that one. Don't think we're meant to mull to anything in particular, but yeah, Goblin Dark Dwellers. This hand is unfortunately not quite there. Can't cast Ren and 6. It's close, but I think we're going to mulligan like 2 Omnaths. This is much better. So we're going to go, if we lead off this and then this, I think we'll spot on the Triome. Lead off on the Ralgrin Triome, and then we can fetch, hopefully play Ren and 6, depending on what the opponent does. Obviously Ren and 6 a lot stronger on the play. Zeotora's proving ground, so this looking like the only deck that I know at the moment that plays that card is Creativity, which is a pretty rough matchup. Looks like a Ren and 6 from the opponent. So it looks like Jund Creativity, which is something that we're not strangers to for the channel. Okay, so we've got Ending that we can find. We don't find it. Okay, so we'll just fetch a Breeding Pool. Yeah, play this. We don't need to hold up Counterspell just yet. Pass the turn. So yeah, we've now got Counterspell up next turn. Explore. Okay. So they have got 2 lands. Surely they're not making a dwarf. Okay. Another copy of Ren and 6. So let's just go Windswept Teeth. Fetch, go and grab. Could just be the other Triome. No, we've got so many lands. Grab Stomping Ground. Tick up. At some point we can Otawara the opponent's Ren and 6. Say at some point next turn. And then that is a route to victory for us. Explore again is fine. Explore and Ren and 6 is really good. We don't want to counterspell that. We do have to counterspell like a Thoughtseize or something here. There's Dwarven Mine. Looks like the opponent's going for Creativity here. Well, okay, so obviously we have to counterspell the Creativity. The question is then what we do with the Ren and 6. We could go tick down. Oh, if they're only making 1. What do we think about Fable of the Mirror Breaker? Are we meant to counterspell this? kind of think we are. The trouble is with this Renin 6, the opponent can just make infinite tokens essentially. But this is going to be more tokens. I think we have to let that resolve. But then we must draw some spells at some point as well. Yeah, I think we have to let that resolve. Yeah, I don't think we get a choice. I don't think we can. I don't think we can counter there. Gonna go ahead and kill the dwarf. Ending's really nice as well. So let's just go kill this. Ending here. Or are we meant to? I think this is fine. Actually cancel. I guess we just go and get basic planes. Ending this. Or to be just ending the Renin 6. I think, yeah, actually I think it's ending the Renin 6 here. We've got the counter spell. You know, and Ottawaing the token is much better than Ottawaing Renin 6 is my theory. I would imagine. Actually, with Explore, the opponent is probably not on the persist plan. Have to counterspell here. Yeah. If the opponent's got creativity. Well, if attacking Renin 6, that implies they don't have creativity. Okay, Unholy Heat is fine. We have another Renin 6. They make a Dwarven Mine. Okay, so they haven't got it here. Right. Okay, so what we do is we go Renin 6. Play this. Renin 6. Kill the dwarf. Then pass. Okay. At some point we're going to have to kill that reflection. At some point we're going to have to draw a land. A spell. I don't actually think we've drawn maybe 2 spells this game. They could hardcast an Archon here. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which is not good. Although I think they... No, they couldn't have done that last turn. What have they got here? Yeah, if it's creativity we just lose. Okay, well we'll Presage you here. So it's not creativity at least. So we can rip Solitude, Unholy Heat. Okay, Inquisition, we have nothing. Come on. Oh, come on. Like, what is this? Well, we'll play the land. We're going to have to bounce the Archon, which is a bit rough. Well, very rough. Yeah, this. Okay, tax. Here it comes. We discard another Windswept Teeth. We'll keep the Windswept Teeth on the field in case we draw Omnath. Another Wrenn and 6. Okay, Solitude. Well, Teferi saves us for a turn, right? Teferi minus. They can hit us for 4 this turn. Okay, they can hit for 5. So, yeah, would have if they'd pinged with the Wrenn and 6 last turn. Oh, come on. Sure. Okay, so what do you want? So bring in the Flusterstorms. We'll bring in EE. All of the Veil of Summers. I'm pretty sure they're not on the Persist plan with the Explore. So what are we cutting? Again, Teferi's. Teferi Time Raveler is okay. Unholy Heat. Unholy Heat doesn't do too much. Nor does Leyline Binding. Oh, Leyline Binding does get rid of the tokens, but so does Unholy Heat. I suppose Leyline Binding gets rid of thing. Fable, but get rid of a couple of those. Oh, Prismatic Ending doesn't do anything. I wonder if we want Force of Vigor. No, probably not. Let's go with that, see how that goes. Alright, well, we've got another interesting one here. It's got a counter spell and a solitude. I don't think we can mulligan this. Lead off on Triome, I think. And then second Triome. Yeah, that's fine. Floated Strand has to go and get Steam Vents if yeah, if we need to counterspell on turn 1, but on turn 2, sorry, but I doubt we do. I mean, we might get it Thought Seized anyway. Yeah, only thing they can take. So now, well, that's a good draw. So we're going to grab Steam Vents here. Some journalists have been known to play Blood Moon. Not sure how much we want to play around that. It probably doesn't hurt to play around it a little bit. You know, we can just, well, we can play a fetch land here and then I guess we want to fetch before, you know, fetch at sorcery speed so we can buy it back with Wrenn and 6. We've got a forest in hand. Oh, we might as well buy Kahira, I suppose. Okay, so this will now yeah, I was going to get planes here. We don't actually have planes yet. Tick up, get Floated Strand. Yeah, just get Kahira. Pass the turn. Next turn we might even go Omnath. Trouble is turn 4 is the big one, although we do have this Solitude, so we can go Omnath, and then if we have to if they try and make a token on turn 4, we can Solitude the token. Okay, so we're going to get an island here. Ooh, Teferi Time Raveler though. That's more interesting Yeah, I think we want that. The other good thing about getting these basics is it makes the opponent think that we might be on Magus of the Moon. I mean, I don't think they can do that much to play around it. I'm going to tick up to Fairy here. Next turn, it depends what we draw. We probably go Omnath. Omnath into Teferi is pretty good. Okay, so if they go for it here, which it's looking like they may do, might mean they have another one, but you know, we can't do anything but Solitude this. Yeah, so get rid of Kahira. I feel a bit sorry for Kahira. I feel like more times than not it's the one you use to evoke Solitudes and endurances. If we'd had Veil of Summer there, that would have been nice. Or okay, so this turn is going to be absolutely gross. Oh, okay, so we go Omnath. Then we can go fetch land to Fairy, hold up counterspell. It's just insane. So we ooh, yeah, we can go and get basic forest here. Yeah, this okay. Maybe this is where Teferi. Oh, we've got basic forest in hand, of course. Okay, so it's going to get breeding pool. Yeah, Teferi. Tick up. Oh, that's really good as well. Tick up. Tick up. Play this on 0. Well, that was pretty insane. We end turn 5 with 3 Planeswalkers, one about to ultimate. Untap this one and this one. And an engineered explosives. Yeah, that was a pretty ridiculous turn. If the opponent thought seizes here, we just let it go. Yeah, opponent can't beat that turn 5. That's possibly amongst the best turn 5s I've ever had. Right. I don't think we want to change anything. Being on the draw is definitely more difficult. I don't think there's been too many sideboard slots that we haven't used this league. We used the Chalices against Rhinos, Besagus against Blood Moon. I think 3 Besagus. I think 4 in the 75 is a lot, but there you go. We obviously brought in Flusterstorm. We've brought in Flusterstorm quite a lot. Dress Down was in the main. He's come in here. Yeah. Veil of Summer's come in a lot. But so yeah, I think this I'm enjoying it. It's good. Right, so this one's a bit awkward. We can express it if iteration on 3. We've got some powerful cards, but we're not doing anything early. I think we'll keep it. Don't really want to mulligan into Thoughtseize. You know, we probably won't play to Fairy on 3. Opponent mulls to 6. Well, that might be best possible there. We'll go at the Triumph and then probably basic forest. Looks like the opponent's got Wrenn and 6 as well. Maybe we were meant to keep in prismatic endings. What's spot removal for Ren and 6? Okay, so we don't actually want to go and get basic here because I can't cast expressive iteration next turn. So let's do this. Go and get breeding pool so that if we draw a counter spell we can hold that up. Ren and 6. It's weird these games that both sides just have perfect mana. So it could be Fable here. If it's Fable, we'll probably play Teferi, bounce the token. Yeah, so opponents had probably the best start they can have as well. Okay, so we'll go. Do we go and get a basic? I think so. So let's go land. Oh, I'm gonna have to discard here. We're gonna get basic plains, I think. No, basic islands. So if we express iteration into a counter spell next turn, we can still do it. All of this good stuff. Bounce this. Solitude? No. Do this. Just discard the land again. Maybe we should have just ticked down, pinged their Ren and 6, but don't really like the idea of that too much. Okay, they kill our Teferi, that's fine. So if this is one, well, okay, so they've got Transmogrify or Creativity. Yeah, so we have to sack our Ren and 6. We'll discard a land, I think. Then we'll go another copy of Teferi, bounce Archon. Hopefully they don't have more creativities. Bounce this. Play a land. Pass. This is the trouble. That creativity was just so big. And they can just keep making dwarves because of Ren and 6. If they go creativity for 2 here, I think we're just dead. Yeah, they've got it. So now we discard this, and it's just a land, isn't it? So we need to go. I don't really know now. Like Omnath. It's probably Teferi into Solitude. He's got 8 cards in hand. Scarred Zeotora's Proving Ground. Well, that is a Solitude, so that's something at least. Oh, we could have gone to Omnath into Teferi. Omnath, fetch Teferi. We would have had enough to get Kahira as well. Another Solitude. And we would have had enough to go expressive iteration that turn. Oh, that was poor play. That was really poor play. So do we go Solitude, pitch Solitude? Or do we go... Because they're not a million miles away from casting the ones in their hand. Okay, they kill Teferi. I think it's Solitude. I think it's just get rid of Omnath. I think we need to keep the Solitude because we can get Kahira. I could have played so many more spells last turn. That was really bad. Should have thought through the turn. Like I thought I was. Yeah, that's quite a key point actually. Just so focused on you know, how to stop the Archon there. That they've got another Thoughtseize. Yeah, they take the Solitude anyway. Yeah, so focused on how to stop the Archon that lost sight of needing to do other things. Gonna get a Triome. Opponent's got 7 cards in hand versus R1. R1 is quite good, but it's probably not that good. Okay, so we'll go hand, bottom, exile. I guess we play the other one. I guess it's counter spell. Well, no, well, yeah, hand, bottom, exile, play that, pass the turn. Yeah, we're pretty much just dead. Opponent can attack us down to 3, ping us with Ren and 6. And they can possibly even start thinking about hard card. We can't actually counterspell this turn either. Veil. Flusterstorm. We've already got our basic. Yeah, these matchups are so annoying to hit 2 Archon matchups at the end of a 3-0. At the end of a 3-0 run. Bolt as well, really? Okay, well, the deck felt really, really strong. I think, yeah, the Archon matchups are always really hard. In fact, creativity was actually spawned to prey on when Yorion, the Yorion 80 card version of this was around. But yeah, they're always really hard. So if you expect loads of those, then either pack a sideboard accordingly, or yeah, think about your deck selection, I guess. But yeah, the deck felt incredibly powerful against everything else. You know, it's not a bad choice. It does have game against everything, and I think, you know, we could build a sideboard to maybe hedge a bit more against those Archon matchups. But yeah, okay, well, I hope everyone enjoyed that. Please do consider subscribing if you did, and yeah, I'll see you again soon. Cheers.